Guess who's standing up today? Hi viewers, welcome back to my channel. Today it feels so good to say that because this is I reached 1,000 videos. So you know I'm standing up, which means you know it's about to go down. Okay, I'm gonna be dropping my top 5 favorite moments, funniest moments, cutest moments as an ESL teacher teaching adults. Why? Because today I don't want to focus on grammar, I don't want to focus on me. I want to focus on my students because they are so funny. Also, can we notice this backdrop? So here's what happened. I wanted to stand up, but the reflection in the glass from my other pictures was like pretty intense. So I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? I don't have any backdrops right now. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll tape some of my drawings up there. And I was like, oh my God, I drew these. Like, can you believe?
I want you to draw me like one of your French girls.
Let's get into it. My top 5 teaching moments. Obviously, I've had so many funny moments in my career, so we don't have time for all of those today. I just picked 5. And before we start, just a disclaimer, this video is rated PG-13 because remember, Teacher Mike teaches adults. So sometimes what they say can be a little inappropriate. Can't help it. You've been warned. Starting with number 5. Sea creatures. This cute story comes from my year in Washington, D.C. I had this beautiful, amazing, hilarious Colombian student. And like most Colombian students, she was full of life, energy, so fun. But she was a little ditzy too. Ditzy meaning a little bit slow to understand things sometimes, a little silly. We all have that friend.
Oh my God, oh geez, okay, walk it off.
And today we'll just call her Maria. Yeah, let's call her Maria. So, one day we're playing a game. I often play this game where I arrange the class in a semicircle. It's called Name 6. One person stands in front of the class. That person has to name 6 items in a category. For example, 6 fashion designers, 6 car brands, 6 movie stars, or whatever. But the game is a race. While this person names 6 items, the rest of the class in the semicircle passes around a ball or something. They pass the ball from one side to the other side before the person at the front of the class names their 6 items. So the class is racing against that one person. And she did great. It went something like this. Okay, Maria, go. Okay, I got it. Okay, dolphin, fish, turtle, shark, and then the game turned into charades. Oh, horse, horse, horse that is of the sea. And that was it. Game over. Maria taught us a very valuable lesson that day. The word is seahorse. Muchísimas gracias, Maria. Te amo. Number 2, not a team player. This story, this story is about a student from Panama. This guy went by an American name, so we'll call him Derek. Derek was my sister, okay? Derek was one of us. He was one of the funniest, sassiest people I've met. And it was great, it was perfect, because Derek had a class full of big, brawny German and Swiss guys. I mean, that class had a lot of like bro energy. You know what I mean? Like, bro, dude, bro. Pipe down, Chachi. Derek was just this smaller guy from Panama, but I loved how strong he was, and I loved how he didn't need anybody to stand up for him. He was just fine by himself. So one day, I assigned a little writing project. I wanted everybody to work in pairs. I assigned partners. I assigned Derek with Henry. But Derek didn't want to work with Henry. Henry was a little awkward. People knew Henry for saying really random, sometimes inappropriate things. But we'll get to Henry later because, imagine that, Henry made the list too. Anyways, so our conversation between the three of us, Derek, Henry, and I, went something like this. Mike, do I have to work with him or can I just work by myself? Well, I'd love for you to collaborate, but it's okay, I can work by myself. Okay, then I guess both of you can work individually. Okay. Bye. Number three, Diarrhea Everywhere. Bet you're excited for this one. It's really not that gross. This story doesn't come from one student specifically, but an actual entire class. There was a time when I taught low-level English. Now we know what I like the most is advanced level grammar, testing, Cambridge preparation, all of that. But a few years ago in Hawaii, I was teaching an A2 level class. This level of English is like they learn how to say, "Where is the bus stop?" No, I have never been to Italy, right? For this particular day, we were studying health, and specifically sicknesses. This day was also our computer lab day. So for about 1 hour of class, each student used some computer software, and this included some pronunciation practice. Basically, they spoke into the microphone, and if they pronounced the word correctly, they could move on to the next word, sentence, or phrase. If they didn't, they had to keep trying. So there I was in the computer lab, grading essays or something, entering grades into the system, checking my grinder.
Oh, he sent me a picture. Oh, I know him.
And then all of a sudden, all I hear is 15 students repeating the same thing. I have diarrhea. 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 And that was a moment. Number 2, personal hobbies. He's back! We're gonna talk about Henry. Now, Henry was from Switzerland. He was special. Henry was so smart. He had great questions and great thoughts. But, and it's a big but, he was rebellious. He didn't like to participate a lot. And most of the time, he would just read in class. If he didn't see the benefit, he wasn't gonna do it. It was Tuesday. In my industry, Tuesday means new students. Remember, I work in for-profit education, so we have new students every week of the year. Now this day, there were only a couple of new students. Henry's class had some Germans, some Swiss, some Swedish people, some Mexicans, whatever. I said, okay everybody, let's do introductions. So just go around and say your name, where you're from, and a hobby that you enjoy. Easy, right? Oh, my name's Connie, I like swimming. My name's Diego, I like to skateboard. My name's Sven, I like drinking with my friends on the weekends. Okay, Henry, what about you? Oh, masturbation. Ugh, gross. Ew. Oh man, what? Ugh. Alright, Henry, why don't you give us something else that maybe is a little more appropriate? Whoop, there it is. And number 1. This story is brought to you by a Swedish student. This is my favorite memory from class. Let me tell you, Swedish students are amazing. I've said this many times in my career. There are no students like Swedish students. They are so nice. They are so respectful. They're so polite. They're beautiful people. Oh my god, girl. And I love and miss them. But this particular student, we're gonna call him Jeff. And Jeff, like Derek, we were all very similar guys. Jeff was full of energy in the class, super fun. He was very open. He always contributed a lot of insight and opinion to our discussions, and he never had anything to hide. He was a dancer, he was a creative person, and a lot of fun. Always saying what was on his mind, yeah? This day, I was doing a speaking and listening activity. I put students in pairs. I give one student a picture. This student has to describe this picture to the other student. The other student has to draw what they hear. They have to draw the description without seeing it, right? One student speaks, one student listens. On this day, one picture, I think it was a picture of France. There was the Eiffel Tower and there was the arch, which is a type of architecture, which is a type of shape, kind of like a semicircle shape. After the activity, I asked, okay, does anybody have any questions? Is there anything in the picture you don't know how to say? And then Jeff raises his hand. I have a question. What is this thing? Oh, that's a shape word, also an architectural word. Arch. Oh, okay, like arch your back. Exactly. Yeah, like exactly, arch your back. Okay, got it. Okay, so any other questions? Next question, please. And if you don't understand that one, that's okay. So, the moral of the story is, if you want a career that will never be boring and full of good times, be a teacher. Teach adults, teach ESL, do it to it. And that's it. So ladies and gentlemen, we now return you to your regular programming of keyword sentence transformations. Thanks for 1,000. I really appreciate it. I'm trying not to be a poor teacher. So I'll see you next time. We'll get back to the grammar. I can't wait. Bye.